Mic test, one, two, three. Chincai ready. Let's go, babe.
Bismillah. Y'all, it's Chincai time. The boys from the Lion City, rapping down in Melbourne. We keep it real, we keep it raw. No filter, tactic topics. Chincai, where the hustle meets the
Lion
chill.
City
Singapura
pride.
sampai Melbourne,
Let's
kita
go.
goyang. Cerita hidup budaya. Tak ada drama, semua ikhlas. From the city streets to the island breeze, kita rock. Chincai, all real, no lies. This ain't your average podcast, this is Chincai. Melbourne vibes, Lion City pride. Kita punya channel, let's ride. Chincai style, takkan layu hilang di dunia. Selagi berpegang teguh kepada agama Islam. Bring me by style like a solo beat top. Robin Chico summer she be hella T-top. Melbourne vibes, Lion City pride. Kita punya channel, let's ride. Chincai style. Oh, the city's top top.
Abang Jai, let's go.
We keep it real, we keep it raw of everyday life. Don't feel to change out with a hustle needs to chill. Sejak dari Singapura sampai Melbourne kita gegar cerita hidup budaya. Tidak ada bisa semua lepas ada drama, tak ada pura-pura. Real talk je, to change out. Kita orang santai je. This ain't your average podcast, this is change out. Dua budaya satu vibe, kita punya style, kita punya cara. Let's go change out lah, let's go change out lah. Change out lah.
Enjoy, boys. This is for you. One for the culture.
And welcome back. Welcome back. I never wanna hear you say
I want it that way.
sorry ah. Alright,
Aku
guys.
kenal cerita tu Brooklyn Nine-Nine lah.
Brooklyn
Itu-
Nine-Nine,
Itu kelakar tu.
Alright, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Chincai podcast session number 2. I'm still here with
Adrian.
and welcome back, man. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for tuning back to Chincai podcast again. Okay, I think pertaining to we tarik balik from our first episode itself. We have the fan mem in the house. So people is asking yourself, who is the fan mem in the house? Okay, Adrian, let's introduce them. Who is the first contender?
Contender.
The first contender in the house is Mr. Daniel Otto. Dan Otto. Mr. Dan, how are you, sir?
Alhamdulillah.
That's it. So, Mr. Dan, how long have you been here in Australia itself?
So my first initial touchdown in Melbourne was in 2006.
All right.
And I went back to Singapore, continued my national service.
Yep.
And then, study first and continue my national service. And then the next time I permanently came here was 2010. So that was the initial start of my life in Australia. Obviously, you hear people saying, all these feedbacks or their opinions saying that or what they come with and stuff. So all I can say is it's individual experience, and then like it's in my opinion how I went through. Although what I'm going to talk about is all in my opinion, because some people might be different.
Yep.
Some
Correct.
people might be
100%.
you know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah.
But on top of that, obviously from Singapore, before we grew up in Malaysia too, Keluang.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So
Kau mak Malaysia?
Malaysia, yeah.
So
Aku tak tahu sih.
So our late grandma was
She's orang Melaka.
Oh, Melaka.
Then settled down in Keluang itself, and then that's where before they moved back to Singapore. So that's why we have very strong ties, family members in Keluang, all the way to KL, all the way to Pahang, Toronto as well. So we have a lot of other intermediate members there as well. So yeah, saudara mara banyak. It's a lot before we move.
Ni kalau kau buat majlis kahwin multi-purpose hall tak muat ni.
Yeah, they came over. Yeah, they came over. They came over all the way from KL, and everyone came down. Yeah, from Malaysia as well. A big shout out to the Malaysian fam. Yeah.
So Daniel, you've been here for what? Say now, okay lah, officially 2010 you touchdown
officially, yep.
Then now so close to
2024.
24, so 14 years.
For 14 and a half, or 14, almost 15.
Okay lah, round up 15 years lah kan. So what are the things that that you have experienced, whether good or bad, but makes you into what you are today,
So living in Australia.
living in Australia?
So I would say one thing. This is my opinion, and this is my experience I faced or I went through since 2010 to now. The first thing I would say is before I came here 2010, I finished my national service in Singapore. My parents were here, and my sister was here.
Right.
So only left me and my brother.
So you're the youngest.
I'm the middle.
Oh, middle.
child.
For those who doesn't know, this is my younger brother.
I'm the middle child syndrome kid. So that's what I would say. So it was only us two, but I stayed with my first uncle, who I went when I was young, who I grew up with, that kind of thing. So after knowing that the time that I finished my NS, my army, I was sitting in one corner of the house, thinking, what am I supposed to do after this? Because I don't have much of a qualification in a way, because before even I enter the national service, the army, I was just doing delivery services, like food delivery in Singapore.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that got me thinking, what should I do after this? So I sat down, then I talked to myself. I decided, you know what, I'll go back to Australia. So that's one thing that I had to sacrifice, where I had to sacrifice my friends that I had all these years.
Correct.
For me, I sacrificed that for the benefit of my future.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I got the mindset till today, after 15 years or 14 years, I've seen the progression of my friends in Singapore, and then I look at myself, it's like, oh, what if I were to still be staying there? I don't think so. I would be where I am at this current moment. So I packed my bag. 1 month, I called my parents and said, I'm going home. I'm going to join you guys.
Right.
So came back to Australia. That was 2010 September.
Oh, you still can remember the date?
No, sir, July. Because
These are significant dates, when you disembark from a place of birth, you see. And then, like what he said as well, it's not an easy move. No. Never an easy move, because you still have your immediate families and friends behind. You grew up together, in the long run. But in this spark moment of life or of time itself, I think that a decision has to be made to move forward. Which is that a good move or a bad move for you?
I think I wouldn't say it's a good move or a bad move, because everyone goes through different
experiences.
Yeah. You won't know
Correct.
what kind of experience everyone is going through. But what I'm saying, what my experience is alhamdulillah, it's been good. Because the only reason was because I put my parents first.
Yep.
Even though when I'm growing up, that's.
I agree with you. Correct.
Middle child syndrome. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
You got
Because
three.
It is what it is.
Because the important thing here is, yes, you did mention a very important thing here, is that because you grew up in Singapore, that group of friends tau, ada yang kawan, that go through
jiwa.
Jiwa jiwa sama lu lah.
Brother lah, kira
Betul,
kan,
brother, blood brother kan.
Yes, yes.
Tapi what you are doing here, I agree with you. You do it for yourself.
Yes.
Not for everyone. Because at the end of the day, antara kawan-kawan tu semua nak cari member yang betul-betul, go through thick and thin with you, susah.
Yes.
Very difficult.
Yes. So
Easy.
so I came here. I gave up everything. I came here. Met obviously my parents and stuff. And then I was sitting down at the house here. Then I was like thinking, nak buat apa
Buat dah.
Dah kat sini nak buat apa Like literally you don't know what you're doing, And then dah tak ada motor. I used to be.
Oh, you rider.
Yeah, rider.
Cik abang rider nampak.
So after that, I was like, oh, what do I do? Then after the next thing, firstly I said to my mom was like, oh, can I go and work? Because that's my first
Initial thought.
And my mom, my dad is obviously okay. He's cool beans. But my mom was like, oh, you need to study. Then I was like, Mom, study, not now.
Belajar lagi.
Let me experience the lifestyle. So I obviously as a son, I still have to accept the fact that my parents wants me to study. So I pick up a course under dental technology.
Sorry, come again apa?
Dental technology.
Oh, dental. Okay,
Yep,
sorry.
as a dental technician, but then in regards to that, I did make a deal with my mom. I said, okay, if you want me to study, you must let me work. So she found out one of her colleagues, one of the manager at work, was looking for staff as a cleaner. So for me, it's like, you know what, I just go for it, So I went to apply for the job, and I didn't know anything about cleaning.
In the hospital?
Yeah, in the hospital. I don't know anything about cleaning.
Wow.
Because it's something new. I work as a delivery rider,
Yeah.
and then go to
Suddenly
national service.
change of job scope.
Yeah, and then suddenly become a cleaner. So I went there, became a cleaner. obviously you learn, you pick it up from them, and then from being a cleaner, I managed to complete the studies, but then I realized that going through the dental pathway is actually harder than than expected. So what I did was, from a cleaner, I actually improved myself by taking another course to become a theatre technician. So this is a process of probably from 2010 to 2014 or 13. So that's when I completed the course. I went through as a theatre tech, and then from there on up till today, I've been working in this hospital for 14 years now.
14 years.
One location.
Cik,
lu macam Singaporean. Huh? Kerja mati one place only. But again, you see, the things that experience counts. You know, the things that, like over here, although you don't have experience as a cleaner in Singapore, but over in Australia, they give you the opportunity to learn.
Yep.
You know, as much as you can, and then you can progress.
Yep.
I would say quite easily.
Yes.
You know.
That's
The main thing is that you must have that passion to really improve yourself. You see.
Yeah.
So now Abang Fahan.
Handcast.
I told you, when you're in Australia, nama semua dah tukar. Nama dah tukar.
Ni kalau gini I kena call myself Adriana lah. Tak kena
Adriana Grande boleh lah. Gasak engkau.
Okay, so kau nak Adriana. Bro, no judgment, man. LGBT je rules kata. No judgment, Handcast, you're up next.
Okay, so as you know,
wait. Okay, guys, Handcast is my brother-in-law.
So I'm a new member to the family.
Right.
Yeah. So I married the youngest sister of these 3 siblings. And not sure what I get myself into, but I'm really part of the family anyway. Okay. So
Too late.
You're stuck, brother. You're stuck.
12 years too late. Yes. Life in Australia. Okay, so the reason let's be frank. My real name is Farhan Kasim. Muhammad Farhan bin Muhammad Kasim. But the reason why I become Handcast is due to the fact of the first few months of when I was in Australia.
Yeah.
So I came here in 2014. Yeah. My first touch entry into Australia was in August, but I came only to settle my license, my Medicare, all those small stuff, and then I went back home, Singapore. And then that's when the preparation starts for the actual migration itself, which I came in October. Yeah, because I don't want to come in October and then I have to do everything. What I want to do is I came first, I settled all the necessity stuff, bank account, all the stuff, everything. Then I went back and then I start the migration.
So you applied for the PR in Singapore?
TR, sorry, because I came as a spouse, I applied for TR first.
Also, pandai
I'm on TR, yes.
Pandai.
Bukan, I will please make known that I do not get married because of TR or PR.
Apa?
It's because I really love my wife, okay? Yes. Just setting that, okay. But anyway, so.
But previously you were schooling here as well, isn't
Yes,
it? Yeah.
that's where I met your sister.
He was schooling here before.
Also, your sister was studying in the same school.
Yeah, but not in the same course. I took my undergrad degree here in RMIT for 1 year because Alhamdulillah I got a diploma back in Singapore. Then my thought was, instead of doing a 3-year course and waste money for my parents' money, right? Just to save money and also I take a 1-year course and then I got a degree. Then I can just work in Singapore and earn money to repay them. Yep. In Melbourne, I got to know a family. Shout out to Uncle Kifli and Auntie Ani. Family who's like my godparents. Yep. And on weekends, I'll go over to their house and go over to their house and then
Spend the weekend with them lah, in a way.
Yeah, spend time weekend because macam family lah kan. Kalau satu bulan aku stuck dalam bilik, pergi sekolah bilik rabak kan, mental wise rabak.
Correct.
So it's good to have a family there. So they are my family, my foster parents in essence. They take care of me while I was
So your parents are still in Singapore?
Correct. My dad has passed away a long time ago, but my mom is in Singapore right now. So So on weekends, I go back to their house, and then on Saturdays usually kita ada kelas agama kat sini, KMIV, and because of that, then I attended, kan, learn about fardu'ain and stuff and everything, and that's where I met my wife. Back then we were still just students, yeah. But yeah, long story cut short. Then in the end, after 1 year of study, I found that Melbourne was a good place for me to raise a child. Because family, that is, because in Singapore, kau dah balik kerja, kau kena kerja. It's like you may earn good money, but what's the point of earning good money if you do not have time to spend with kids?
Correct.
That's my analogy, because now I'm going to I want a family, and I want to be there for my kids. I want to spend time with my kids, yeah? That's the whole idea.
So meaning that you're saying macam kat Australia there's a bit of work-life balance ah.
In a way, it's your choice.
Adalah,
yeah,
okay.
Work-life balance, they emphasize on family. That I agree. But as I say, when I first touched down in October, 20th October 2014.
Cik, ni lagi satu ni. Boleh ingat date lagi.
You have to remember the date.
Remember.
Why?
That is very important in
That's
Australia.
a big milestone.
Yeah, that is
in
your
your life.
milestone, and that's your date of embarkation.
Yes.
That's
You
the
have
date.
to remember that.
That's the date that you sacrifice everything for the future.
No, I mean, aside from that, it's legally in Australia you have to remember.
Oh, yeah,
I
true.
didn't know sih.
Yeah, if you don't remember, they will track back every little thing that you do.
Oh, okay.
That's
Alright.
right. You
So
have
aku
to
cakap,
remember.
that's why I remember everything.
No, thanks
So-
for sharing that critical information.
So I've been working in IT for maybe 5 to 6 years prior to that. I was working as HP in Hewlett Packard in Singapore before I decided cut off and then just move over. Kira kan terjun betul lah. I tried to find a job in HP in Australia, but there's none. So I had to terjun betul, so I did. And the reason why I moved in October was because my wife was expecting our first child. And it's either my child is going to be born in Singapore or Australia, right? And then I was like thinking, if Singapore nanti
National
NS,
service.
nak kena apply SC permit, leceh kan? Then I was like, and I feel like there's more opportunity, equal opportunity here in Australia compared to Singapore. In Singapore, macam misalan, if a person or if a kid has delayed speeches, then it's the opportunities that come to him is very limited to what a better speaking kid or maybe 2-3-year-old would be doing at that point of time. For me, I feel. But in a way, they are just kids, right? Why do you differentiate their ability at a young age? They are supposed to just play, right? Yeah, you may have concern. Oh, my kid is not talking and everything.
Singapore emphasize a lot academically.
Correct.
Cik, ada such word? Ada.
Ada.
So yeah, it's true lah. You know that I would say that in Singapore, kalau you don't have the proper qualification,
Correct.
it's not easy to find a really good job.
Correct. I agree.
You know what I mean?
It's a stepping stone. But the first thing is, so but although I had that qualifications and everything, it was hard for me to get a job here. So for the first 6 months, I was jobless. Yeah, I had some savings because in preparation to come to Australia, I had some savings. But mind you, my kid was now born. He's 4 months old, and I have a wife. I have responsibility to put food on the table for my wife and my kid. But I'm not earning money. Money has been going out, but nothing coming in. Dah parah, dah rabak. Mentally pun I'm just exhausted. I've applied thousands of jobs, but it's so hard.
Oh, I was there to witness this thing. To be honest, during our first days, first days, this is what we will re-tarik balik from the past episodes itself. Man, those times we did not know the formula of how to apply for a job, how to get even an interview, to get a hook on, man. It's about who and I, who you know at the end of the day, but. We want to go through the proper system, right? So that's why we did a lot of adjustment. So adjustments from apa?
One of the adjustment is the name. Because instead of putting CV Farhan Kasim, Han Kasim doesn't no clickbait, nothing. The moment I put Han Kes, engkau bertempe, people call me back. So I was like, oh, okay. So now what they see. A Muslim name. I'm not saying that they are racist. I'm not allegedly
It's a
anything.
profiling.
Yeah, it's just
profiling.
profiling.
Yeah. But what you need is an equal opportunity. That's about it, right? If you have to change your name to know that to get that opportunity, I'll still feel like okay, because at that point of time, I'm not say desperate, but again, I have a kid and a wife to feed.
It's not desperate. I think the best word we can define this is survival.
Survival.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
survival. Okay,
Survival skill lah.
Survival skill, whichever. But at the end of the day, is during the first days, number one, you will get catch on kalau you punya English. It's not the Aussie English. That's number one. Number two, the way that you do your formatting of your resume plays a part, right? And number three, we talk about assimilation. Okay, so that one is where you integrate yourself into the society itself. So all these things is taken into consideration, and then of course, when it comes to the name is a very important thing. And sorry to say this lah, walaupun Australia is we are full of diversity stuff, people and everything, but I would say that these things still exist.
Still exist.
They still exist.
That time, even when I was in Sydney, 6 months. So I came to Australia 2017. 1st September, 4th September actually, 2017, and then I worked in that particular company for close 2.5 years. So after 6 months, nak cari kerja susah because I was using my Muslim name. Kan, then after that, I was just thinking to myself, okay, just try maybe tukar nama because I still have my legal name there, the Adrian. Adrian is still my legal name.
Okay.
So I changed. Wow, it really
Terus caught on,
terus caught on. Hook.
Yeah. That's for sure.
So like what you say lah, which is true lah.
Yeah, that's the reason why. And again, for now, it's like when someone call me Han Kes, I know it's work related matter. When someone call me Farhan, it's like okay,
Someone
personal.
know.
Only family, family friends who know your real name
yeah.
lah.
But coming here, the first again, I had to start from bottom. I had certain qualifications. I have experience in my field, but I had to do something that is out of my field in IT wise too. But as you say, it's depend on who you know, and how I know is from a Facebook group page in Australia that they form, and there's like an opening to do some Excel stuff, which is peanuts. But I applied for it, alhamdulillah, I got it, and that's stayed. But the problem is, I can't straight away jump to another job because, as what Hide said, here they see how you integrate well with the Australian society. So if I were to say in 3 months I try to find another job and they say, can't you integrate well because this is your first job in Australia? So worst come to worst, I had to endure for at least a year. And alhamdulillah, the first step was hard, but after a year and a half I got a new job, and now it's like 5 or 6 hops away, 6 jobs already, and alhamdulillah, I'm in a good place. I feel I am in a good place.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The thing is that you are willing to go through all these changes, like you both of you, go through all these changes. I believe, what I look at is based on what you have described, is about more of family come first. You think about your family, your kids, your wife. You are doing it for the sake of them,
100%.
not for anyone else. Because at the end of the day, kalau susah pun, is between you, your wife, your kids apa. Kan? Cuba telefon members. Hey, kau kat mana? Senang datang. Susah? Sorry aku busy aku ni tak boleh sorry.
Yeah.
Itu je.
That's why I feel like in a marriage, it's like who you are going to, the years ahead in your marriage life is like a war. Who you want to be beside you in that war, to go through that path of difficulty, go through the landmines, all those stuff, everything. That is your partner in life, right? You are going through together. Senang sama-sama, susah sama-sama.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Is even like for me, just to share with you guys, I was also previously married bila kat Singapore lah. So I divorced with 2 kids kat sana. So it was really tough lah, as in how to say the I'm not that kind of people who, I think maybe because aku kerja polis lama sangat lah 9 years in the force, you are very regimental. Things is A, B, that kind of thing. Even kalau aku pergi shopping center, even now even in Australia, aku kat sini dah I think 7 years. I will go to a spot if I need to stand alone for my wife ke apa kan. I will stand alone. If I need to stand alone, I look for a camera that is nearby. You know that kind of mentality. So the things that but I was really
orang nak buat salah.
No, this is like trauma, you know.
trauma.
Dia lari Australia dia buat salah takut orang lari.
Takut aku kena pukul.
There's a camera there, mate. There's a camera there, mate.
So is the I mean that time bila aku dah go through that stage before I get back to my current wife my now wife lah. Aku actually dah nak aku actually convert lah just 1999 1st January I still remember 1st January 1999 aku convert. And that time I was going through that patch. I would say that when you come to divorce everybody is in the wrong lah. You know, nobody will say that.
It takes two hand to clap lah.
It takes two hand to clap.
Agree.
But I also have to bear the main part of it lah kan. Correct. You know, then aku sampai dah nak ping tau. Dah nak mutat balik.
Astaghfirullahaladzim.
So but alhamdulillah dengan izin Allah met back my current wife, my brother dekat masjid. Then she start to bring me back to the path again lah. Kan. Tak ada sekarang aku pun tak duduk sini lah. For me to come here also is just to get a change of environment lah.
But what you just say is interesting, because the thing is, like, what I realized ever since 2010 is that for you to hijrah across from one place to another place, there must be a purpose. You must believe there's something that you need to be good with. So, for example, for me, when I was in Singapore, I brutally be honest with you. In Singapore,
Hijrah 360, bro.
I don't.
360.
In Singapore, I don't practice. I mean, you practice lah. You pray like my man, because that was how we were. We were. I would say I was being complacent. Okay, and then when I came to Australia, 2010, then I realized I understand that it's about the fighting. It's about you fight for your religion.
Going through the battle.
Yes, because when you in Melbourne, you don't actually, or in Australia, you don't actually have the capability to say, hey, I want to go and pray, or hey, I want Hari Raya is coming, I want to get off day, that kind of thing. So you actually you actually fighting for your religion in a country that has never not approved, but has never been normalized with this kind of understanding. So that's the reason. That's one of the reason when I come over, I notice that is one of the main reason why I hijrah over. Because when I came over, it's a turn a new leaf. I'll start, do something new, like practice the religion and that kind of stuff. So this was the only point of life that it turns me into.
At the end of the day, you learn from past experience to be a better person.
Sorry, can I add on a bit? Because that also brings things. Because in Australia, Melbourne in particular, that there's no like mosque near to you. You actually need to travel. Now, just mosque. Lagi, halal food. You have to travel to get halal food. Halal meat, even halal butcher. Everything you have to travel.
It was right.
So,
yeah.
in essence, you of course you can easily mutad go to anywhere to eat ke halal easily lah. Okay, Bismillah makan. But that's again you and Allah. Okay. But for us to actually be a Muslim, you actually have to fight to be a Muslim, because again you have to make the effort to be a Muslim. You have to go through. Nak makan, kira makan cili tuna brand ayam kan, nak kena pergi 20 km setakat nak pergi Asian supermarket setakat nak beli tuna. Tahu halal ni pasal kan, nak makan ni pasal kan. Because you fight to be Muslim. In Singapore, you want to go anywhere makan, pergi bawah makan. Semua ada halal semua, everything. Here it's not.
Correct.
It's a fight. It's really a fight.
That's why when I first came down here, really, I mean, when I first came here, I tell you, it's really mind-boggling, say. As in, I don't know, as in, really need to go and research mana nak cari halal, stay at the location yang senang, gerak, that kind of stuff. Was really challenging the first 6 months. I remember. I was like almost apa kata apa dia panggil mental breakdown. Mental breakdown, say.
Mental breakdown.
But as a result, it make you a stronger Muslim.
Correct.
100%.
Okay, aside from all that, we're talking about back in 2010, 2014 onwards, Now times have changed. Now it's 2024. Now halal food everywhere. Everywhere you can get one. That's number one. Number
Tapi
two.
problem
Apa dia?
kena drive.
Nah. No.
Correction. 2006. I still remember 2006. To go and eat fried chicken,
Yes.
it takes you an hour 20 minutes or an hour 10 minutes to travel. That was in 2020.
That was in
2006.
HIYC back then, isn't it?
Up there.
Up there, yeah. It was up in Scenic Road.
Scenic Road.
Yeah.
So
And
it takes,
also, yeah.
it takes that long last time.
then maybe.
So now,
You see?
now
Now you know how long
2024
we've been
is
here.
true.
You
So
see?
2024, like what we talk about, there are heaps
Heaps. You
of
know, in Coles, Woolies,
halal food. Heaps.
Aldi's.
compared to last
Yeah,
time.
man.
So just now you were saying, sorry, the number 2.
What do you mean? Number
You were
two?
saying just now, sorry.
No, now you want to talk about halal food now. It's 2024. Man, everywhere you can go, Coles, Woolies, Aldi, all of them have already this
Oh, that one, the
halal food.
EST number lah.
EST number,
Oh,
whichever.
there's even an app for that. You
Yes,
can
yes,
just-
as well.
yeah.
You see, now everything has become more accessible, right? Halal food, anything, or you want to talk about Afghan food, or even right now, Dynasty dumpling is coming down to Cranbourne itself. You see, which is fantastic. All right, Dynasty, you have to sponsor us for this one, right? So it's saying that as well.
Tengok muka
yeah.
Adrian nampak dumpling.
See. Just aku that dulu bila aku kat Sydney kan, bila kita kat Sydney dengan Nabi, my little my son that time masih kecil kan. So easy for us to get kita pergi Ed Square tau. Ed Square kat this Emerson Park tu. That one beli sampai kenal lah.
Right.
Because it's all halal apa, Noodle Den.
Oh yeah.
The place called Noodle Den. I think you guys travel Sydney quite often kan. So you already roughly know lah.
Right.
That one so easy for me You know, just beli. It was so simple. Then when I saw this Dynasty dumpling, I was like, ya Allah, senang je hidup aku nanti, tak payah masak.
Yeah, but still, yeah. Times have changed. 2024, all halal food. Guys, thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you,
appreciate it. You know, your life story in a short burst by itself. Okay, you see, I think the most takeaway from this session itself is that do not putus asa. That's number
Yes.
one. Mentally prepared, must be strong. Okay, and then in saying that as well, I rasa that you know you have to support each other along the way. Technology has changed, times have changed along the way. So these are things that, you know, when moving forward, this is a message for them who is ever listening to this podcast. That's number one. You know, if you're coming here as a migrant or you come here as a student or whichever, right? You know, people want to stay here, but how do we do it? You see, man, you've been here for donkeys of years. You and me are almost the same. You, I don't know where you alien you come from. So yeah, you see, at the end of the day, anywhere, you know what they're saying, you know, in the hadith as well, in the mana-mana bumi Allah.
Correct.
You see,
Exactly.
anywhere where you go, and it's like kita perantau, Malays are perantau. We are nomads, right? We are born to be nomads. That's about it. Anywhere part of the world, there is always a Malay. And to you, Pakcik in Simo, I will kita jumpa lagi.
Oh, yang Pakcik Simo tu.
Pakcik Simo. You know,
Klasik lah tu.
I have to.
Classic,
I'll get my apologies there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for this session.
Thank you.
It has been a fruitful session. Inshallah, guys, we'll see you guys again on the next inshallah, your next session, kan?
Yep.
For those who still staying here, we'll listen, and then I will go on to the next session myself. Peace out, ciao. Oh, belum peace out, yeah.
Belum.
We'll take a break now. We'll take a break now, and then we'll be back on the next session. Give me 1 second.
Banyak lagi nak dikongsi. We'll be back for the next session.